Welcome to WCBS880.com. I am Felix De Jesus, and you are watching Yankees Daily. This program is brought to you in part by Billy's Sports Bar and Lounge, the place to be before and after the game. The New York Yankees lose Game 5 to the Los Angeles Angels. They were up, the Angels were, 4-0. The Yankees would have come back in the 7th inning. They scored 6 runs, but in the bottom of the 7th, 3 runs by the Angels, and they win the game. The champagne is still on hold as the Yankees will try to win Game 6 in New York. Let's take a look at some of the clubhouse interviews.
Not at all. I mean, I just try to make a pitch, basically, one pitch at a time, slow things down, and that was basically all I was trying to do. I mean, the circumstances of everything never even fell in my head.
So you feel like you still have your best stuff right now? You're in a different role for a long time, in an extra month. You feel like you're taking your best stuff out to the mound?
I do. I mean, stuff-wise, I felt fine. It wasn't a matter of that. It was, just location and falling behind, basically. The pitch to Guerrero was basically right in the middle of the plate, and he's hitter to do a lot of things with that. So, I mean, stuff-wise, everything is fine. It just not executing.
You're trying to elevate there on Guerrero?
Yeah. And just, I mean, it was. I think I looked back at it, and it was basically belt high right down the middle. So, like I said, he couldn't get his arms extended real well on it, but he hit it just good enough and in the right spot.
I think they did a good job attacking me early. I mean, they were pretty patient the first time I faced them, and they hit some balls that were left over the plate that usually the patient hitters just strike one, so they made a good adjustment time.
You know the tenor of this ball club. What do you expect back in New York?
Well, we're ready for the next one already. I mean, this team's been one game at a time, all season, so that's where we're going to go at it. We're going to get to New York and give the ball to Tite.
As they're getting base hit after base hit, are you still feeling good, or are you wondering, am I ever going to get these guys out here in the first?
Well, yeah, I mean, I wasn't never wondering, as much as I've learned is to not to let too many things bother you, even though it's a postseason and you gave it 4 in the first. But I just tried to eliminate it and shut it down and try to just keep my team in the best I could from there on out. In fact, if anything, I got up there early. I didn't know that the 3 minutes started after the God Bless America. So it was, but no, I mean, I felt just the same as I did in the other inning.
AJ, what caused your first inning troubles?
I think they made a good adjustment. They've been a patient, team for the most part, and making me work and throw a lot of pitches, and they came out hacking. So I think that was big for them in the first inning.
When they get the lead back, what does that feel like, given that the whole game long the Yankees obviously hadn't scored for you?
That makes it even worse, obviously, but I can leave tonight. I did my best out there. I left it on the field for this team, and unfortunately, that 7th inning, I just couldn't get it started.
With single and walk to the 8-9 batters, will you second guess anything there?
No, no, I wouldn't second guess anything. I mean, Mathis had a good day all around. He saw the ball good off me the whole game, and the walk, irritates you a little bit, but I wouldn't change anything.
How was that tough to watch?
It's tough to watch because your team just came back after you've been battling the whole game, and then gave you a couple, gave me a lead, and first batter hit, and like you said, next batter walked. So, I mean, it's frustrating. I mean, these guys, you pitch for them all year, you know what they're about. You're hoping they explode, and then they do, and then you do that. So it's a little tough to swallow.
All that being said, is there a part of you that can appreciate how good that game was?
No. I mean, I can appreciate what these guys do, Had I showed up a little more today, then maybe we would be going back to New York, different story.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready for whatever they need me to do. I'm good.
Jared, what was it like to watch that 7th inning from out there, knowing you were going to come into this game one way or the other?
It was, like I said, it was a hair-pulling experience. It was, when they get you up, the nerves kick in a little bit, and after that, you find out that you're going into the game. You kind of, try to get in the zone and relax as much as possible. It's easier said than done, but once you get out there and try to treat it as much like a start as possible, if that makes sense. So it was definitely. It was fun. It was a good time for me, and like I said, we can take this and go with it in New York and hopefully get some momentum going.
You know, pitching, but they look like good pitches. And we started putting them in play and hitting the ball hard, and I was like, okay, here we go. We're back. And then he settled down and threw up 5 or 6 zeros, and then they had the big inning, and I'm like, oh man, what are we gonna do now? And I know they got such a good bullpen, between Jabo and Phil and obviously Mariano. I was a little bit concerned, but it's the type of mentality of this ball club. We never say die.
Remember, this program was brought to you in part by Billy's Sports Bar and Lounge, the place to